Hello everyone, this is Miss Cat here, and I want to talk to you about bullying at school as well as cyberbullying. There are three types of bullying, which could be verbal bullying, emotional bullying, and physical bullying. Now, a lot of times students at school begin to get bullied emotionally and verbally at first, because the bullying starts calling them names, start making faces at them to begin with, and then it progresses into a more physical contact between the bully and the victim. But first, you need to know what a bully is. Now, a bully is not someone who goes back and forth with you, and you are end up fighting. You end up exchanging words. That's not bullying. Bullying is someone who repeatedly becomes aggressive with you. Whether it's verbally, physically, or emotionally. They are repeatedly aggressive students that are always after you verbally, emotionally, or physically, and you are not doing anything you're not trying to retaliate, you're not saying anything back. They're just basically coming after you. And you don't even have to have a reason why they are coming after you. A lot of times, the bully has personal problems that they are going through themselves, and it has nothing to do with you at all for the most part. Most of the time, it has absolutely nothing to do with you. So if you are wondering, is this bully or what's going on, for a lot of times the parents may get a little confused as well, because you tell your child to take up for themselves, but if they're going back and forth in a classroom, that's called an argument. If they are hitting one another, then that's an altercation. If they go into an actual fight, then they are fighting each other, and that's usually not a sign of bullying. But when the person is actually going and taunting that person and name calling and hitting or slapping or chasing the person, and that person has not done anything to cause them to come after them that way, then that is usually the sign of bullying. And what we want to discuss tonight are ways that we can the students can get out of this, and let them know that there is help out there for them. Again, I said you do not have to have a reason to be bullied. A lot of students at school, they may have several reasons why they're coming after the student. For one, they could actually be going through some type of personal ordeal at home. They could actually not be in a loving environment. There could be some traumatic things going on. They could be somewhat in a dysfunctional family. Not always, but a lot of times they may not be getting the attention that they need at home, because bullying are students, they're usually students that want and need attention, and they do not care how they get it, whether negative or positive, and most of the time it's negative. So you have to be careful of who your friends are, who you let in your circle. Some people may become jealous of you, or a lot of times bullies, they look for people that are quiet, innocent, smaller than they are, someone that they know that they can pick on, someone that they know that's usually not going to say anything back to them, and they just want to have someone to take their anger out on. They want to have someone that they can blame, and they want to have someone that they can cause the crowd to look back at them thinking that they are the hero now. A lot of times they look for that attention, like I said, whether positively or negative attention. So some of the things that you can do while you're in school as a student is, the number one thing is make sure that you are reporting. Now, you want to report. You can report first to your parents, let them know what's going on, and you can have them to come up to the school and speak with someone, or you can immediately tell an adult at the school. You can talk with a teacher, you can talk with a counselor, you can talk with the principal or the assistant principals there. Any adult that's at the school, you should find them and report it immediately. Do not let it fester, which means go on and on and on without you saying anything. A lot of times, like I said, bullies are going to look for someone who they know are not going to say anything. They will even threaten you if you do say anything. But just know that that's just all talk for the most part, because if you are around a safe environment and you tell an adult, then you will have protection around you. And if not, then you need to make sure that you don't go anywhere by yourself. You don't need to go to the quiet areas or unlit areas. You need to make sure that you are always walking with a friend or an adult, and just not be by yourself. And make sure you are reporting, because a lot of students always say that they don't want to snitch, but it's not snitching, it's reporting. So make sure that you're reporting things to an adult, people that can protect you if something is not done or handled by one adult. Then go to another adult. It's okay to go to someone else if you feel like it wasn't taken care of the first time. Definitely talk to your parents. Let them know what's going on at school, and make sure that you are doing what you're supposed to be doing and not trying to get involved in a fight or not trying to retaliate on your own. A lot of times, if you're being bullied, then what we find is that you go out and try to bully other people because someone did it to you, so you feel like it's okay to do to someone else. It's not okay to bully at any time to anyone for any reason. So make sure that you are seeking the help that you need, reporting to an adult, and getting the help that you need and deserve. Now let's talk about cyberbullying for a moment. Cyberbullying is on the social media, on the internet, whether it's Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, any type of social media there is out there, and someone is bullying you through the cyberspace, then that is called cyberbullying. What you can do is block that person. You can report that person. You do not have to be friends with that person. So make sure that you are not trying to socialize on the internet with that person. A lot of times, if you are going back and forth, then if something extreme happens, if you need to make a report to the police, then they're going to look at whatever you did wrong as well. So it's always best to not socialize with them at all. A lot of times I've noticed that a lot of things take place on social media, and I'm not sure why people as students as well as adults go back and forth on social media. I'm just not sure why they just won't shut shut it down. But they have a tendency to go back and forth with one another, saying foul, inappropriate words to one another, posting pictures of each other, just a lot of craziness going on social media. Please shut it down. You can get off of the social media. You can report them on social media. You can block them on social media, but don't respond to them on social media. That is your best bet. Do not respond. So the main thing as far as bullying is concerned, stop responding and make sure you report. So those are your 2 R's. Don't respond and make sure you report it. Okay? No response, but reporting. All right. So make sure you're doing those things, and you can always go to an adult. You can always get help. So make sure that you're doing the responsible thing and seek help today. Thank you.